Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Penguin Nonsense. I am your host, Edith, and you know what to do. Sit back, relax, enjoy listening to me at work, at the gym, home, watching me on YouTube. Who knows what you're doing? But sit back, enjoy, relax, and without further ado, let's get on to our stories for today. So today's story, it's more in the U.S. than it is like outside world news, but the U.S. is still part of the world, right? So this story just kind of hit me really bad because I was like, humanity sometimes can be just a little too, I guess, stupid in a way. And these two men, I thought was like just out of the line for sure. So it was on USA Today, and it's two dads exchange gunfire in Florida road rage fight, injuring kids, but only one of them got charged. It says the two fathers who got into what police say was a road rage fight in Florida last fall exchanged gunfire and ended up shooting each other's daughters. Now, one of them is facing attempted murder charges, while the other won't have to spend another day in court over this skirmish. William Hill, 36, of Douglas, Georgia, and Frank Allison, 44, of Callahan, Florida, were both driving home with their families on October 8th after spending time in Jacksonville, in northeastern Florida. Both men have different stories about how the confrontation started, but both agree that it was fueled by road rage, that they were brake checking each other, driving too fast, and that Allison's wife flipped off the Hills, according to the police report obtained by USA Today. At some point, Allison, his family members, and an independent witness told police that Hill became the aggressor, trying to run Allison off the road, chasing him down and throwing a water bottle into the driver's side window. That's when Allison grabbed his gun and fired, hitting Hill's 5-year-old daughter in the lower leg. Allison later told police that he was aiming at the lower rear truck bed. One of the bullets hit William's 14-year-old daughter in the back. "It hurts," William's daughter yelled at on body camera footage of the incident. "I don't want to die," Hill's 5-year-old daughter can be heard in the 911 call. Allison is protected from being charged himself under Florida's Stand Your Ground law, according to the Nassau County State's Attorney Office, which is why he is not getting charged for that. And when I read that, I was like, are you serious? Like, don't get me wrong. I am pro-gun. I think that as long as you're a responsible person, you know how to, you've taken your classes, you know how to use them, you know how to take care of your guns and the safety that goes to it. By all means, have them. I understand the protection that can sometimes come for people. I understand. But when you use them stupidly for a road rage, it wasn't even like you were trying to defend your home, or somebody was trying to kidnap you, or somebody had, breaking in, or anything like that, or there was a shooting somewhere. No, this was a road rage. And it makes me so mad because two innocent girls had to suffer from this. They're the ones who got shot, not the dads. None of them hurt each other. The cars weren't hurt or anything. These two innocent girls who were probably just sitting in the backseat or wherever, and they were probably just, the 5-year-old definitely does not understand what road rage is going on, and probably doesn't understand what is going on. And probably the other girl, she was 14, 15, I think the article said. She probably understands what's going on, but at the same time, she's not the one driving the car. This is not her problem, you know? So it really enraged me. I was like, it sucks that there's people out there who, just because they own a gun, think that it's appropriate to use them in any type of scenario. It's not. Guns can be used for safety, but you also have to know when to use them, you know? Like, I think that is one of the biggest things that we as America have to work on. I'm not saying ban guns, because I do think that they do have some type of protection, but I am saying that we need to come to an agreement on somewhere where we can have both, you know? Like, this might not have anything to do with this story in particular, but like all the school shootings and all that stuff, like if we had stricter laws on who can get a hold of these guns. And I know there's black markets out there. I know there's like all kinds of way to sell a gun that's not through official papers and everything, but there's gotta be something more that we can do. And it just makes me mad. Like, it makes me mad that innocent people have to die for the carelessness of others, you know? And I honestly wish that they were both facing charges and not just one, the person who aimed at first, because I believe that the other guy made just as much of a decision to take his gun out and shoot. I don't agree that the first dad should have done it, and I do agree that technically he should be, you know, I guess he should be protected by the stand your ground law. But at the same time, I don't know, I have very mixed feelings on this one, because I understand that, like, by standing your ground, you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your family, because somebody else has come at you with violence, with a potential of dying from the situation. So that's why you had to, you know, to go into this. But I don't think it should have been used to begin with. I've seen people just, you know, maybe take out their guns and just show them, just to show the other person, but, you know, that they have a gun, and so that person gets scared off. But to actually shoot it and in the middle of the road while driving, you don't know what miss bullet could happen. Like, you don't know if that bullet can go somewhere else that's not the car. You don't know if it can hit. There's been so many cases of like bullets that have, you know, not gone through the target intended for and have hurt innocent people. And there is so many of these cases that I wish people were just so much more responsible with their guns. So much more responsible with everything they're doing with their guns. They're your guns. Put the responsibility for it. Put the effort of knowing your safety. And make sure they're safe for you, for your family, for everyone around you. You know? So that's my hot take on this one, because if I keep talking about it, we're probably just never gonna end there. And I know that everybody out there is like, I'm either pro guns or anti guns. Wherever you stand, I like to hear your arguments on this one, because I think this one, whether you're pro or whether you're anti, I think it comes down to the innocent lives that could have been lost. And yes, the article does say that the girls were fine. They went through medical treatment and everything. Thankfully, they are alive. Thankfully, we didn't have to lose these two girls. But it could have been a whole other situation where we did lose these girls over a road rage accident. And that, to me, is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I think both parties, whether you're pro or anti, can agree that this particular usage of a gun was definitely not necessary. But if you do think it was necessary, I want to hear your comments too, because maybe you're seeing a different side that I'm seeing. But I definitely try to look at both sides of this story. And I get it from one trying to protect his family, but definitely the other guy shouldn't have done it. And I don't know. I feel like in a road rage accident, you can just be like, okay, fine. You know, have the road, go on, get on about your day. You know, curse out the window, whatever you have to do, and just go on about your day. Because I don't understand what the point of it is. What's the point of you sitting there trying to like have this whole fight with somebody you're probably never gonna see again, somebody who's just passing by? And I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify or even like our social medias. Let us know what you think about this story and see where that maybe, has set your mind to go through. So definitely keep me in the comments updated on what your thoughts are. And with that story, we're gonna move on to our next story of the day. And today I have a Am I the A-hole story. It's a story about a roommate, and this one was another story where I was like, are you serious? Today, the stories were more of like dumb people, those people where you're just like, really? Those people. So this one is, am I the a-hole? Gave a free room to my colleague. And when I read that title, I was like, okay, you gave them a free room. How is that a-hole-ish? But once we read the rest of the story, I was like, okay. So here's the story. About 8 months ago, I, Mel 24, offered a room in my home. Home is paid off, so I don't have to pay rent or mortgage. To my colleague, F female 32, because she had trouble with her roommate, alcoholism and violence according to her. I offered her a room in my home, rent-free and no further questions asked. I only asked her to pay half of the electricity and gas bill, since they were very likely to go up if she lived in my home. This is about 125 euros per month. After she has been living with me, she started complaining about the living conditions. I have 2 dogs and a cat. One of the dogs is a temporary foster, which she knew about before coming to live with me. She complained about the amount of hair that the dogs left, shedding season, and me not cleaning it every day. She also started to demand things from me, like doing groceries for her, and constantly held the washing machine and dryer hostage with her clothes so I could barely use them. She tells me to be quiet when I'm enjoying some time with my friends and she is trying to sleep. We are not partying like crazy, just talking and having a laugh or two. All the boxes with her stuff are literally all over my house, which is also a reason why I can't clean properly. I am quite an introvert, so it is very hard for me to have a conversation that will end up in a confrontation or conflict. So I simply don't complain about anything and just let her do her thing. Recently, I got to know that she is talking bad about me and the living conditions to our colleagues as well, which really hurt me. Because I like to keep work and private as separate as possible. Yes, in my eyes, I did her a big favor. Because of this, I told her that I was very hurt by that via text message and want her to move out by the 10th of April. A couple of days passed that she is still here, and I am seriously thinking of actually kicking her out. And it feels like she is trying to control and manipulate me, and that generally hurts me, since I just wanted to give her a place out of the goodness of my heart. I am very curious on how other people see the situation, and I love to hear your opinions. And wow, that one was okay. Like, this person has literally just offered you a room in their house for you to stay in, rent free, and all you had to do is pay part of the electric bill, and I think she had another bill somewhere out there because it would go a little higher. And now she is telling other colleagues of, I guess, probably bad conditions she's living in. How backstabby is that? Like, you're talking crap about people like that when they are lending you a hand. There's a saying, and I'm probably gonna say this wrong, but there's a saying something like, don't bite the hand that feeds you, or something like that. I believe it's how it goes. Like, this person is genuinely helping you out. You are in a rough situation, and I don't know if her story is true or not. We don't know. But OP does say that she's kind of wondering if the story was true or not, because from what she got, it sounds like she might be a little bit of the problem too. But I can't say. I can't victim shame. I don't know what is going on. But I can say from this story is that if somebody is giving you all this free stuff to live in their home, for you to be there, the least you can do is pay part of that electricity bill and the other bill she had. Enjoy your time there, and if you really hate it that badly, put yourself to go out there and find a place for yourself, if by any means, if you really hate it that bad. I don't understand why you're going to stay and then talk crap about this place when, somebody was so nice to give it to you for free. I don't agree with this person. I think that this person should really think about what they are saying at this point. And I hope that this person does kick him out, and soon. And I understand what being an introvert is like, because I definitely sometimes do not do confrontations. I really don't like confrontations that much. So I definitely understand that it can be tough trying to go up to someone and be like, hey, I need you to do this or that, or try to get somebody out of your house, or whatever the situation may be, because you're not confrontational. I definitely get it, because it's very intimidating. But I do hope that she kicks her out, because she's not happy living in her own house. Her own house. When you start to feel like you can't live comfortably in your own home, that should be your first clue to you gotta kick these people out. You just moving on, And one of the most top comments was, not the a-hole, you offer a kind gesture and she is acting ungrateful and entitled. She is literally staying at your place for free. She shouldn't be making your life worse. Also, she decided she is not living here rent free because she needs to cook, which she only does for herself. Throw out trash her own and clean her room and bathroom she uses the most. That was from OP. My apologies, I just read that wrong. The comment was that she had offered a kind gesture, and she's not living at this place by pain, so she shouldn't be making the situations worse. And so OP had replied that she also said that she's not living here because she free because she has to cook and throw out the trash and clean her room and the bathroom. That is just the necessities that you should have to do. What do you mean? Oh, because I'm doing the stuff I need to be doing, I'm not living rent free. Dude, that should just be the baseline of what you should be doing for living in somebody's home rent free. I don't understand. And then there's another one who was like, she doesn't have to pay anything and living for free and is still complaining. The first time she would have said anything about the animals, she would have been kicked out by me. She's a freeloader. Tell her that she has to be out till tomorrow, or she will call the police, or you will call the police and get her evicted. And then there was another comment that I didn't get to screenshot, because usually I screenshot these. And it said something about different states have different laws. So since she technically is not a tenant there because she is not paying rent, she can actually have her evicted a lot faster than the typical 30 days wait of having to wait. So by all means, get her out of there. Kick her out, because a person who's not appreciative should not be left with. and there was an update on this one, and she did end up kicking her out. So I was proud of this person because, like, you know, they finally decided that they were gonna take the step to get this person out of their house, because honestly I wouldn't have tolerated that much. So good for her. Or was it him? Now that I think about it. Was it him? Sorry, I think I might have been calling them a she this whole time. It was a him who let her borrow the room, or half the room, for free. My apologies. We make mistakes. This is all unscripted, so it is what it is. But yeah, so definitely I'm glad that he got her out, because no, I would not have tolerated that. You don't just go into somebody's home and expect to do nothing. There is a baseline, and that baseline should be met, which includes cleaning your room, cleaning after yourself. If you have to cook, or if they do provide food for you, eat the food and not be picky about, I'm not gonna eat that because I have to have it this way, I have to have it that way. Like, no, you're living in this roof for free. You know, make it as easy for that person that's giving you that free room, because you're not gonna find that anywhere else, especially here in North Carolina. I don't know about any other states or countries, but here in North Carolina, it is hard to find a decent place to live in. And when I say decent, I mean like decent, less than $1,000 per rent. You know, yes, you do find some that are less than that, but they're not the most decent places. So you take your losses and you go for something probably a little higher, and it is what it is. So this person is complaining because she has a roof over her head and she has to do the basic things. I don't get it. Some of these people, I'm just like, really you're gonna be that person? You know, I feel like y'all would understand me. Or maybe not. Maybe y'all do think that she should have been able to stay. And if you do think that, I think this is one of the situations where I'm like, I really need to know your reason of why she needs to stay. So definitely leave a comment on that one. I know that one was kind of quick, so let me know what you guys think. Like I said, drop it in the comments, because that one was like, that person would have been out so quickly. Like, I don't even get it. I am a person of plenty choices, and if you know me, I give probably too many chances, not choices, chances. So it was one of those where I was like, I probably would have given her plenty of chances to be like, hey, you know, can you do this, can you do that, and, you know, kind of push it on there. But eventually, if I had been that guy and had found out that she's talking behind my back to other people about her bad living conditions, you know, like, I would have just been like, you know what, if you don't like it, out. So okay, I'll leave that one alone. Alright, so like always, I like to end it with a good note. I like to give y'all a good little story to start your week off. And today's story was based on cats. Cats are my favorite animals. Who am I to kid? I love all animals. Most of them, I really do love them. But cats in specific, I've always had a extra love for cats. So this is almost one of those ones that I thought was like really cute. So the story is on this little article called Good News Network, which is usually where I get most of my happy news from. And it's somewhere in West Midlands. Cat lovers are planting roots of Good Marriott through a beautiful and unique rescue operation. And if I say this wrong, you guys know me and my words, they just, for some reason, pronunciation is not my strong suit. Shropshire Cat Rescue in Shrewsbury takes in homeless, stray, abandoned, and unwanted cats and kittens and organizes veterinary care for feral felines in the area. But particular to this charity is that it has 70 cats, all of which have been given up or found stray in what should have been their golden years, who are now safe and comfortable in Moogie's retirement village. Sorry guys, had a cough there. The charity has been rescuing and rehoming cats in the Shropshire area since 1989. Cats in the sanctuary are usually in their later years, but there are other young cats such as young as 3 years old. It's also opened the door for people who had elderly cats and were going into a nursing home and couldn't take them with them. It gives a different option and eases the stressful, upsetting time by finding somewhere the cats could live in their final days. The retirement village sometimes is able to rehome the elderly cats, but otherwise they live out the rest of their lives there. Volunteers have even created memorial stones for all the cats that have passed away there. So that was a really, really short story. The article is longer, and as you all know, I usually put the article in there in the links below. But this was too cute. I know you hear me say that a lot about these really good stories, but to see that there is this place where they have these tiny little shed homes. It's literally a tiny little village. They're little tiny sheds and they have so many of them all around. It's like a little small circle thing, and they have, I want to say, I think the article mentioned it was like, I think 2 to 3 per little house, and they have like the whole little like garden and all that stuff, and the cats are just able to live there. And they also have this one big shed, I guess, and it's called their mansion, which the cats can go in there too, and all the cats can go in that one. So I thought this was just amazing. The people who did this are just amazing, and I will be linking their how do I call those, the where you can make donations to help if you want to help this organization, because they obviously make money to help cover the vet costs and stuff, because they provide care for these cats for the rest of their lives. They're elderly cats most of the time. It does mention that sometimes they do take in kittens and stuff like that, but you know, usually they're easier. Kittens and smaller cats or younger cats are usually easier to adopt out, which is great. It's great, but a lot of people don't want the elderly cats. So like the article said, most of the time they're having to spend the rest of their lives there, and they seem to love it. I've seen the videos. They seem to really enjoy their little space around there, and it's just the cutest little cat town in there. And it really is adorable. But y'all definitely see the video if you click on the links on the YouTube. And so I'll definitely be putting their charity thing there, so y'all can go and donate if y'all feel like it. I'm not sponsoring, they're not sponsoring me, nothing like that, but I thought it was something really cute. Like if you ever just really love cats or just want to help out, and just look at their story, look at their background, that kind of stuff, and really give it a shot, because I just love cats. They're just, to me, it's always been animals. I love all animals, like I said earlier, but to cats, it really takes something for them to love you. Like dogs, they love everybody, they want to love everybody for the most part. But cats, like, you have to have something special for a cat to come to you and give you their love, you know? So I've always been a fan of cats. Hence, I don't know if y'all can see it on the video, but there's a cat, poor thing, back there. And from the Aristocats. But yeah, just thought I'd leave y'all with that cute little story, mostly because it's a cute little village, and I think y'all should definitely go on the YouTube page and click that link and get to watch the little village and all the cats in there. And they have like a video where they show like all their cats and the names of all of them, and that kind of it's just too cute, you guys. You had to go see it and just maybe give you a little bit of warmness in your heart, because I think that's one thing we can all agree on, is that cat videos are the cutest. Dog videos are the cutest too, but like cat videos are really cute. So give that a watch. And that is all I have for y'all today. It might have been a short one, it might have been a long one. We'll see after we edit this. Alright. Y'all guys have a good week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope y'all are safe throughout the week and that things go for your ways. You know, I hope everything works out for y'all, whatever it is that you're doing throughout the week. And I will see you next Monday. Alright? Bye, guys.